Important to listen to our body when we feel stress, overwhelm, because that can lead to burnout, months on end of emotional stress which doesn't get resolved. So every day, once or twice a day, if you have 10 minutes, release tension through qigong, breathing and grounding. You can do deep breathing, simply sit and breathe from your abdomen. Allow the chest to expand naturally. We want to activate the diaphragm, which means involving the whole 360 degrees of the ribs, and not only the upper chest where we feel tight and locked, not only the belly, because otherwise the diaphragm will have nowhere to move. I guess that's where the wave breathing comes from, is that you expand the belly up to the chest and then back down again. So that's a good idea. Whereas if you learn to breathe diaphragmatically as a habit, then you will start to implement that into your everyday life. As you're working, as you're doing things, feel the presence of the diaphragm. So you're still in your mind, you can still use your brain, but you're also mindful of your body, and you bring your mind and body into harmony. You can also combine it with qigong, so you can do shaking, release tension. You can do that standing, you can do it kneeling, sitting, as long as you're grounding your energy and releasing the tension and getting the movement, the energy flowing a bit, and then do a bit more breathing. Try inhaling through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the mouth, out through the nose. Try in through the nose, out through the nose. Each have a different effect. So let's move on to some movement you can do to ground. Squatting is a good one because your spine is able to stretch out, lengthen, improves your nervous system regulation because the vagus nerve travels. Vagus means wandering in Latin. It wanders throughout the whole body, connecting your mind and body and helping you to feel calm, activate your parasympathetic nervous system. We often get stuck in the fight or flight response, the sympathetic side, and so you can activate the parasympathetic through breathing. You can do alternate nostril breathing, in through the left, out through the nose, out through the nose, out through the right, in through the right, out through the left, and then keep going, alternating. That balances both hemispheres of the brain and sides of the nervous system. Obviously, one side of the brain controls the opposite side of the body and the nervous system. If you can squat, that's a really good one for grounding. Another one is kneeling. Your back is straight, so it's good for your posture and regulating your digestion, your circulation. Obviously, your knees might feel a bit of tension in that one, so let's look at some other possibilities. You can sit like this or with both legs out, and you can kind of move to one side to the other. I like to think of hinging at the hips so that I'm not pulling on the muscle. So inhale, turn, engage your hip flexor as you pull, and then you can relax it as you exhale so that you can deepen that stretch. And then turn to the other side, inhale and exhale. Slowly exhaling as possible. Think of a 7 or 8 second exhale to activate the parasympathetic. And also you can focus on breathing from the belly or diaphragmatic breathing. And relaxing with each breath. And then engage the hip flexor. And then exhale and relax the hip flexor. And then we can reach forward. I'm not one of these yoga teachers who says to pull on the muscle. I would more say simply to lengthen and open, relaxing and guiding. Another one is we can reach to the side, inhaling and stretching, exhaling, feeling this area opening up. But also we're not compressing here, we want to lengthen up. Create a bit of space And even if that means doing less and going to where you can comfortably lengthen upwards as well. And gradually you can go a little bit further and a bit further, until you can go all the way and go to the other side. Consciously relaxing. Like if you're serious about improving over time, then make breathing a consistent focus and mindfulness a part of your practice. And then we can do sort of things like this to simply mobilize. Another one is we can bring the legs together and reach forward. Same way, we're going to engage the hip flexor, lean forward, and then try to relax the hip flexors. So pulling forward until you reach your ankles or your feet. This one we really don't want to use force because that can squeeze the fluid out of the spinal columns. So one thing you can think is like, want to lengthen upward. And you can slightly lean forward, even your head. As long as we don't go too far. When you straighten up again and lengthen, the fluid can then go through again. So it's just a temporary compression, but as long as we don't go too much into compression. So this is a great morning routine as well. You can do it first thing when you wake up, even while you're in bed. And then another one is to go into 90-90 to stretch the hips. And again, we're just going to relax, breathe out and lean forward. Inhale and come back. Exhale, see if you can go a bit further. Inhale, come back, using your hands to push back. Exhale, this time you can try turning a little bit as well. Not fully round yet. Kind of diagonally backwards. Inhale, come back. Exhale and see if you can turn all the way around this time. Inhale, return. Exhale, now turning all the way back and lean to the ground. Inhale and come back. You can use your hands, but you're also using the legs. Now we're simply going to switch to the other side and repeat. First leaning forward. Only stretching with the breath, leaning forwards to the ground as we exhale. You don't need to go all the way, like you don't need to stretch that little bit more, just go to where it's comfortable. That's what we're training our mind to do, to listen to the stretch rather than to go beyond it. Now we're going to turn slightly behind. Inhale to the center and exhale, turn and lean. Slowly going down, bringing the chest and the head together. Inhale and come back. And exhale, turn all the way behind. Inhale back. This time we turn fully behind and lean to the ground. And come back. I hope your hips feel much looser now, and hopefully when you walk, when you stand, you'll feel a lot more energy flowing through the hips. So thanks for watching. If you would like more videos about breathing, yoga, qigong, and improving your health, both physical, mental, and emotional, then follow or subscribe and watch this video that also might catch your interest.